Whiskers was a cat with a heart full of kindness. He lived in a cozy house with a girl named Lily. They were the best of friends. Whiskers loved to play with his toys, but he loved making new friends even more. Every morning, Whiskers would wake up, stretch, and meow a friendly hello to Lily. After a breakfast of creamy milk, he would sneak out into the garden. There he'd meet the birds, squirrels, and even the grumpy old hedgehog, Mr. Prickles. One sunny afternoon, Whiskers felt a burst of energy. He wanted to explore beyond the familiar garden. The world outside his home seemed so big and exciting. With a mischievous glint in his emerald green eyes, Whiskers decided to go on an adventure. He squeezed through a gap in the hedge, his heart thumping with a mix of excitement and nervousness. This was his first time venturing out alone. The neighborhood seemed like a giant maze filled with fascinating smells and sounds. Whiskers padded down the sidewalk, his tail held high. He sniffed at colorful flowers and watched bees buzz around the blooming dandelions. Everything was so new and interesting. He chased after butterflies, their wings like rainbows flitting through the air. Suddenly, Whiskers heard a sharp cry. It sounded like someone was in trouble. His ears perked up and he cautiously crept towards the sound. Peeking through some bushes, Whiskers spotted a small brown bird caught in a thorny rosebush. The bird chirped frantically, its tiny wings tangled in the thorns. Whiskers knew he had to help. He gently approached the bush, careful not to prick himself. The bird looked at him with wide, scared eyes. "Don't worry, little bird," Whiskers meowed softly. "I'll get you out of there." Whiskers studied the situation carefully. The thorns were sharp and unforgiving. He couldn't reach the bird with his paws without hurting it more. He needed a plan. Then an idea struck him. Whiskers remembered his sharp teeth. He carefully bit down on a thorn near the bird's wing, being extra careful not to hurt the little creature. He pulled back gently, breaking the thorn. One by one, Whiskers bit away at the thorns, working slowly and carefully. The bird chirped encouragingly, its tiny heart filled with hope. Finally, the last thorn came loose and the bird was free. The little bird flapped its wings and perched on the edge of the bush. It looked at Whiskers with gratitude in its bright black eyes. Section 4, the thrill of the chase. "Thank you," chirped the bird, its voice still shaky. "You saved me." Whiskers purred, happy to have helped. He watched as the bird hopped onto a branch, ready to fly away. But just then a large shadow fell over them. A ginger cat with mischievous eyes leaped out from behind a tree. He hissed at the little bird, his tail twitching back and forth. Whiskers knew this cat. It was Scruffy, the neighborhood bully, and he was known for chasing birds. Fear flashed in the little bird's eyes. It chirped nervously, unable to fly away with Scruffy so close. Whiskers knew he couldn't let Scruffy hurt the bird. He had to protect it. Whiskers arched his back and hissed at Scruffy, surprising himself with his own bravery. He had never been much of a fighter, but something inside him roared to protect the little bird. Scruffy seemed taken aback by Whiskers' sudden courage. He had never seen the friendly cat act so fiercely. Whiskers took a step forward, his green eyes blazing. He let out another hiss, deeper this time, and surprised even himself as a low growl rumbled in his chest. Scruffy hesitated, unsure of what to do. He had always thought of Whiskers as a pushover. He looked from the angry cat to the frightened bird, then back again. Finally, with a flick of his tail, Scruffy turned and slunk away, disappearing into the bushes. Whiskers watched him go, his heart still pounding. He had faced down a bully and protected the little bird. He felt a surge of pride. The little bird chirped happily and took to the sky, soaring high above the trees. It circled once above Whiskers' head as if to say thank you again. Whiskers watched it go, a warm feeling spreading through his chest. He realized he wasn't just a friendly cat, he was also a brave one, and he had discovered a strength he never knew he had. As the sun began to set, Whiskers knew it was time to head home. He walked back through the neighborhood, his steps a little lighter, his head held a little higher. He had faced his fears, helped those in need, and discovered a hidden talent. Whiskers, the friendly feline, was now Whiskers, the brave adventurer, and he couldn't wait for his next adventure to begin.